And also remember, don't believe what I'm saying in this video. This video is all for entertainment purposes.
Wow. Wow. Now, a lot of people, well, not a lot, just some people in my comments saying, you stop the video too much. Some of them being disrespectful and saying I chat too much. Two things. One, you guys have to understand something about YouTube. There's something called copyright, right? When you're playing somebody's video, to stay within the guidelines of YouTube, you have to speed up the video and you have to use the music. You hear the beat in the background to stay to stay away from copyright infringement. Years from now, and I've seen this happen to big YouTubers. Years from now, the entity that owns the video can say, "Oh, I did not give you permission to use the video, you know, although you cited fair use," right? And they can flag a bunch of your videos and take away your channel, right? If they want, or try to at least. I remember Abba and Preach had a situation with another group, and they sent in their rebuttal to YouTube, and thankfully they did not lose their channel. However, there has to be some type of intermission between I can't just play out the video 10 minutes. No, there has to be a stoppage and to make that point. So I'm saying to the individuals that have a problem with that, there are other channels you can go and take your watch time there. If you don't like my style, yeah, you have options. And the other thing I will say is that the link to the videos that I'm playing is in the description. So if you want to watch the video without my reaction to it and me stopping it when I choose to, you have that option as well. Good? So please, no more complaining in my comment section. I've made some adjustments, but I will not be responding kindly to any more comments of that type because of what I just explained. And I hope this message gets to each and every one of you that were complaining about somebody talking too much. What do you think I come on YouTube for? And I see some people drop off. I guess those were the people. What do you think I come on YouTube for? To not share. This is called Bolo VNR. It's about my views, my reactions, and my responses to the things that are being said. Alright? So let's just get that categorically clear. Yeah, me can't chat long. That's why I have a page. If you cannot talk and dialogue and you just want to play somebody's video and say a little thing, I don't think YouTube is for you. Alright? That's not my style. So if that's the style you like, again, there's many other platforms you can get that. Hey, how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? It's your brother Bolo VNR, and I just wanted to put this out there for my people. Now, Bolo VNR clips, I need my people to go over to this platform, and I need you to sub up for me. Please, 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 please. I need to get to 1,000 subs, y'all, and I need your help. All right? That's one of many platforms I control. The other platform is Bolo VNR. This is also my platform. All right? I need y'all to go sub up to that. If you're already subbed up to Bolo VNR 2.0, then, hey, you here. So, you know what I'm saying? You good. You straight. You just need to sub up to the other two platforms. Now, to donate, the anonymous link, right, and the PayPal direct link is ways for you to donate to the platform. Also, the Zelle. That information is right there. Now, with the Zelle, ladies and gentlemen, what I need from you is I need you to email me, Instagram me, or WhatsApp me the receipt for the Zelle, transaction that you made towards the Zelle. All right. Now, if you want to become a part of the WhatsApp group, the WhatsApp community and the WhatsApp group link is right there, ladies and gentlemen. They work. The Instagram link, the Twitter link, right? They work. That's the Twitter right there. Good. The Instagram, they work. That's the Instagram right there. Follow me on Instagram, right? All right. Zelle, you can't click on that. The PayPal direct link. The PayPal direct link works. See? Right there. Boom. All right. So that's the way to go, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to donate to the platform, the anonymous link, I'm gonna fix that. I don't know why it didn't work yesterday. Let me see if it's working now. There's still a problem, so I'm going to fix that. All right, and my email is right there, right? And yeah, that's about it. So I just need y'all to do me a solid and support all platforms, sub up to all platforms, and look out for different content on all platforms. It's not going to be the same content. All right, so I need y'all support. And shout out to all the new subs. Shout out to all my donators. The Patreon is coming soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I'll make sure that you look out for that. The aim for each video is 500 likes. When I post a video and you see it come up that I got a live coming, this is what I want you to do as supporters of my platform. I want you to, let me give you an example. All right, I got a live stream that is supposed to be up here on Bolo VNR 2.0. Oh man, where is it? Damn, I don't have anything scheduled. Say for instance something is scheduled, right? Say for instance something is scheduled. When you click on it, you're going to see the live chat. I need you to hit the like button immediately and then type something in the chat, even though I'm not live. Trust me, it helps the video. Once you realize that I got something coming up, hit the like button, type in the chat. And the next thing, ladies and gentlemen, share the live. You're not going to donate. This is a free way for you to give solid support to the platform. You feel me? So I need y'all help. With your help, the channel grows. And, you know, hey, that's how it goes, right? And again, for the persons in the comment section, let me see. Let me see if I can find a comment that somebody put that's a question, like I lied or something. Guys, if you're in the comment section, right, and you leave a comment, right, I need you, if you say I lied about something, I need you to tell me what I lied about and give me the timestamp. Again, when you use your phone and you look and you go to the comment section, you click the comment, in the right corner of the comment, you're going to see a number symbol like a timer. Whatever part of the video you are that you want me to address, you click that when you reach that part and type, you lied about this. And then I can click on the timestamp, go back, and I can apologize if I lied and you corrected me. I don't have a big ego, right? If I made a mistake about something, I can apologize, I can address it, and I can correct it. But just saying that I lied on a 3-hour video, what did I lie about? There's so much things I said, right? So please, I'm more than open to you telling me, okay, this is what you lied about, and I can address it. Okay, all right. So yeah, man, support the platform, and welcome, man. Welcome to the platform, man. You heard? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this particular video you're watching right now, because this might be an intro for all of my videos. So definitely need you to like, share, and subscribe, and comment respectfully, ladies and gentlemen. Comment respectfully. It's only right.
This world is such a and when I say this world, I mean it. I don't mean in an ideal sense. I mean in every day, every little thing you do. It's such a gimme, gimme, gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business. If you want to be successful, you want to be like Trump, gimme, 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 push, 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 step, 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 crush, crush, crush. That's how it all is. And it's like, nobody ever stopped. Just, you know, I feel like instead of us just being like, slavery's bad, slavery's down, bad whitey, bad whitey. I mean, all right, let's stop that. And everybody's smart enough to know that, I mean, we've been slighted and we want ours. And I don't mean by like ours, 40 acres and a mule, because we're past that. But we need help. I mean, for us to be on our own 2 feet, us meaning youth or us meaning black people, whatever you want to take it for us to be on our own 2 feet, we do need help. Because we have been here. We have been a good friend. If you want to make it a relationship type thing, we have been there, and now we deserve our payback. It's like you got a friend that you don't never look out for. You know, you dressed up in jewels. Now America's got jewels, and they paid and everything, and they lending money to everybody except us. And it's like, you know, everybody need a little help on their way to being, you know, self-reliant. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing about the album, about the Special Olympics. Everybody need a little something, and they to be independent. No independent person just grew up and was born independent. You worked and you learned teamwork and you learned cooperation and unity and struggle, and then you became independent. And we have to teach that and instill that. And why is it that they want to do that? I mean, if this is truly a melting pot in the country where we care about it, and Lady Liberty got a hand like this, she really loves us, then we really need to be like that. And it needs to be the black kids. And if there's a white person who got money, then he need to help them. He need to help black kids, Mexican kids, Korean kids, whatever. But it need to be real. And it need to be before we all die, and then you say, oh, I made a mistake. We should have gave them some money. We really should have helped these folks. It's going to be too late. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when you got to pay your own karma. And that's when God make you punish. When God punishes you. Because I feel like, you know, it's too much money here. I mean, nobody should be hitting lotto for 36 million and we got people starving in the streets. That is not idealistic. That's just real. That is just stupid. There's no way Michael Jackson should have, or whoever Jackson, should have $1,000,000 billion and then there's people starving. There's no way. There's no way that these people should own planes and their people don't have houses, apartments, shacks, drawers, pants.
You say people would say, well, they earned it. Now you go out and you're earning it.
If they earned it, then I think that that's good, and I think that they deserve it. But even if you earned it, you still owe. Because look at me, I don't have that mega money, but I feel guilty walking by somebody. I got to give them some mail. And if I know I got $3,000 in my pocket, I feel like it's wrong to give that person a quarter or $1. It's wrong. Only you know what you got in your pocket. And that's wrong. No matter what they do, if they take it and drink it, they take it and drink it. But I mean, you got. You understand? And we all know how hard it is, and it's not about if you good or you bad. So since it's not about if you good or you bad, we know that because he don't got don't mean he was bad. Or don't mean he's a criminal, or don't mean he's crazy, or a drug addict, or none of that. It just means he don't got. And ain't it bad that you got 30? I mean, can you imagine somebody having $32 million? $32 million. And this person has nothing, and you can sleep. You can still go to the movies about, I mean, and then these are the type of people that get humanitarian awards.
Talk to 'em.
Millionaires.
Talk to
How can
'em.
they be humanitarians? By the fact that they millionaires and there's so many poor people shows how unhumane they are.
Talk to 'em.
You know what I'm saying? And that bugs me. Not saying that when I'm never gonna be rich and you know what I'm saying, but I'm saying it's a struggle and I think everybody deserves it.
Yes, sir.
And I think there's a way to pay these people. I think there is a way. It just takes to be revolutionary, and it takes to do something out of the ordinary. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that if we just said, okay, I got an idea. No more porno buildings, you know what I'm saying? Let's build houses. Or no more polo games. Let's build houses for poor people. You know what I'm saying? Or look, okay, I know you're rich. I know you got $40 billion, but can you just keep it to one house? You only need one house. And if you only got 2 kids, can you just keep it to 2 rooms? I mean, why have 52 rooms if you know there's somebody with no room? It just don't make sense to me.
Salute.
It don't. And then these people celebrate Christmas. They got big trees, huge trees, all the little trimmings.
Y'all remember
Everybody got
the
gifts,
light
and it's
one.
nice.
Y'all remember the shit alive. Let's go.
And they're having a white Christmas. They're having a
don't
great
make no
Christmas.
sense,
Eggnog
man.
and the whole nine.
Make it make
That's
sense.
not fair to me.
Make it make sense.
Something alright. Something alright, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right. Tell about them.
Oh man. Oh man. Hey, what's going on, good people? What's going on? It's your brother Bolo VNR. We in the building, man. We in the building, man. Yo, we in the building. How y'all doing? I want to get through this as quickly as possible, but as effectively as possible. Shout out to Partner Jaw TV. Shout out to Miss Burton. I don't know if it's Miss or Mrs. Shout out to her. She's the one that did the immaculate investigation on the Prime Minister, I believe, in 2016. And Andre Stevens had an interview with her last night, and I am about to react to it. Yes, let's get it. Before I go, ladies and gentlemen, excuse me, my sinus has been bugging. I apologize. I'll be join up a lot. I'll be like clicking off my microphone a lot in this one because I don't want y'all to hear me sniffy, all that. So yeah, I'll be doing that a lot. But what can go so after listening to some of this, the concerns that Miss Zahra Burton has, what can go so, ladies and gentlemen, all concerned citizens of Jamaica, all well-thinking Jamaicans, you have a lot to be concerned about in regards to the recent reports, icy report coming out on the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mr. Andrew Holness. I have stripped the Honorable. He's not a doctor. I'm just going to say Mr. Andrew Holness. That is the least amount of respect I can give to him at this point. Because what I'm seeing here, this looks like some diabolical stuff, honestly. But without any further ado, I already have my music queued up, and I have the timestamp queued up here. I just need to speed this up a little bit, and without further ado, let's get into it.
Being propagated. And what is he telling me and you? What is he telling me and you? People who have brilliance, people who can reason, even the person with guns and can read and write can know a lie from a truth, you know. You're playing games after Fitzhenley and you need to stop it. You need after Fitzhenley to stop it. It's a short neck syndrome, you know. It's a short neck syndrome. You will normally observe this syndrome when Dirty Nesta used to talk.
Hey.
We're observing this syndrome.
Hey, listen. I resent that comment, Andre. If Andre should have come across this video, Andre, I resent that comment. I have a short neck and I don't have that syndrome. Alright? It don't have nothing to do with nobody neck.
Syndrome now with Apka, and this syndrome take not Marlon Morgan from time to time, you know. This short neck syndrome. I don't have much time for them tonight, Jamaica. Short neck syndrome can step down, you know. People like him won't be around after the election is called, so don't make him have to go probably find back work nationwide when election done. Tell him, you know, short neck spin doctor will have to go find back work nationwide when election done. You remember all of them? You know me shut my mouth. But you retire from journalism, you have to go find back your work because there will not be any senator position. The JLP will have position for 8 and your leader will not be leader, so you find something else from now go do. Only you want to tell him, Jamaica, tell short neck syndrome, go find something else to go do come election 2025. But tonight, Jamaica, I'm hoping that several of you can call a neighbor and tell them to turn their TVs tonight on Partner Draw TV. What do I mean by that? Tonight, one of Jamaica's best investigative journalists, one of whom many are afraid of when she starts to dig up or start to question them or start making calls, is joining us tonight. Let us welcome.
Hold on, man. You can't do it, so. You can't do it, so, my boss. I'm gonna show you how to do it. Let me show you how you do it, man. How you do it? Where my goddamn ish, man? Oh, come on, man. Are you serious right now? Oh, man. I messed up, y'all. Like and share the video. We got CP3 in the building. What's going on, broski? What's going on? What's happening? Good to see some of my day ones in the building. C-Mac. Well, I said C-Mac. V-Mac, CP3, Ryan Campbell. Salute to y'all, man. Damn. I thought I had this on lock. Oh, come on. Don't do your boy like that. Ain't no way, bruh. Ain't no way. Oh, man. I thought I had it on lock. Nah, that ain't it. Oh, man.
Renowned journalist.
Damn.
Zahra Burton.
Oh my God. Come on, man. Yo, you can't. Listen, I'm sorry, Zahra. Zahra, I apologize and I'm sorry. You deserve a way better intro than that from me. My soundboard is here, tearsing. I should have had this button ready for you. But I can't see. I don't know what's going on.
A corrupt government cannot liberate the people.
Damn.
If the head of the stream is corrupt, the
Entire
entire
river
will be also.
That's not the button I want, but yo, man, I can't believe this ish, bro. I'm supposed to have this thing. Oh, this is the button.
Tonight, we are going to witness
Yes, sir.
the most anticipated match
Yes, sir.
in the history
Yes, sir.
of professional wrestling
Yes, sir.
for the heavyweight championship
Yes, sir.
of the world.
Hey, y'all turn up with the fire flames in the chat. Come on now. Turn up
Are
the
you
fire
ready?
flames. Call a friend and tell a friend. Share this live right
Wrestling
now.
fans,
If you haven't seen
are
this one,
you
are here to see my reaction to it, and you're here to see it.
ready
Let's go! Come on, man.
for the thousands in attendance
Yeah.
and the millions watching around
Let's
the world
go.
from the capital city of the United
Let's
States of
go.
America, Washington, D.C. Ladies and gentlemen,
Come on, man.
let's get
ready to rumble. Let's get it.
Zahra Burton.
Zahra Burton in the building, baby.
Greetings, Zahra. How are you?
Top flight investigator. Let's go.
Hi, Andre.
Zahra.
How are you doing?
I am doing well. Zahra Burton. I remember as far back as 2016, right? You started looking in to the Prime Minister's financial situation. Am I correct?
Indeed.
Can you give us a summary of the complexities at that time that you found very questionable?
So the main thrust of what was presented at the time in 2016 on television with the 18 Degrees North television program was the fact that there were some properties, not just one, not just the Shenstone Drive home, but the Shenstone Drive home plus, meaning there was the first house that he and his wife owned together, and this was, I think it was either back in 02 thereabouts, and it was his wife and his name that were on that property up in Mona Great House Boulevard. And that house had a mortgage that was registered. So that was okay. You know, you would think, okay, two people, they come up together, they get married, they're purchasing a house, they get a mortgage, they buy a place. Okay, all set.
St. Bart's, Bahamas, Jamaica, and investors. It's a place.
What was when there was a purchase back in
Raheem, Wagwan, Raheem, big up.
Is that your connection or is
Guys, share the live. This is my early live. Share the live.
that mine? I think there's some buffering going on.
I think it's your
That's
connection. You want to log out and log back in?
Andre.
I'm hearing you, but I don't think you're hearing us.
This is what happens when you're using StreamYard and you have a delay, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
I'm not sure it's going to make much of a difference, to tell the truth, you know, because of where I am. I mean, the internet is.
Wow. Let us try again. But just continue. We're
We'll
hearing.
just talk and see.
Yeah, man, just continue talking.
Okay, fine. Okay, so you had a purchase that occurred in 08, and that was an Acadia apartment, yeah? And that was for around $16 million, around there, Jamaican dollars.
Oh, and for the new people that don't understand, this lady's an investigator, and she, in 2016, did some thorough investigations on the Prime Minister and his assets. As a public figure, you are supposed to declare all your assets. She saw a lot of inconsistencies, even in regards to him allegedly not paying his property taxes on different properties that he owned. And even with the new Integrity Commission report, is what she found in her investigation in 2016. The Integrity Commission report has found similar things that's mirroring her investigation. You understand? And she has some concerns based off reading the report, and that's what we're looking at right now. Matthew McKellar, big up, blessings.
And
and last but not least, guys, please remember to support the platform by liking the video, sharing the video, and also the donation link is pinned. It's PayPal. All right, support the platform. Thank you kindly. Let's go.
Apartment was purchased, and when you look at the title, there was no registered mortgage. Okay, when you don't have a registered mortgage, it's like you said to yourself, how come?
Yes.
All right, 09 now, and it was registered to ADMAT Incorporated. So remember the first mortgage and the first property, which is Great House Boulevard, a townhouse. Juliet Honus' name was on it, and also Mr. Honus himself, he had his name on it. Now fast forward to 08, and it was ADMAT Incorporated, which was a St. Lucian-based entity that was registered on the Acadia apartment. All right, no mortgage was registered there. So you ask yourself, okay, all right, maybe that's one purpose, maybe I came into some money, whatever the case is. But soon after that, there was another property that was purchased, and this was in 09. And in 09, again, this was a land up in Beverly Hills for a little over 15 million Jamaican dollars. And again, ADMAT Incorporated was registered on the title, and again, no mortgage was registered. So again, you start to say, hold on, this gentleman, he's our Minister of Education
at the time.
He's earning around 60,000 US, equivalent.
She's talking about our Prime Minister now, which was the Minister of Education at the time, of her investigation. Listen.
And yet he's able to buy a property for 100 and something thousand in 08 cash. Well, we assume cash, but we can't really fully assume cash because sometimes there is a mortgage, but it's maybe just not registered on the title. But those situations are, I would say, rare from my reporting, right? And then you have another purchase the following year for another 15 million, which is again over 100,000 US. No mortgage listed for that one either. Again, it's a St. Lucian entity. And then just a couple years later, we're talking about 2011, there's a land purchase for 300,000 US dollars. And again, on the title, no registered mortgage. Then, on top of that,
based on that, you reason
that is construct the place. Right? The cost to construct the place up at Shenstone Boulevard, which is this mansion he has up there, that's in the range of what, 50-something million dollars, right? It's about 500 and something thousand. And you're saying between 08, all this time, we see one registered mortgage, one, home title, right?
Yes.
From 02, and then all of a sudden 08, 09, 011, and then the construction between 12 and 15. How come? And no registered mortgage in any of the cases, and it's ADMAT, which is a St. Lucian entity. So red flag, red flag, red flag. And so the point is, you ask the questions in the piece, Mr. Honus, where did you get the money to do this? Now, at the time, and I think that is the crux of everything, at the time in 2016, which was May, right after he became Prime Minister, when this piece aired on TVG.
Yes.
Before it aired, I asked him the questions, basically where you got the money.
Yes.
And I never received what I believe was a satisfactory response. There was some question about whether Juliet Honus may have contributed. And so I, put certain questions to Juliet Honus as well. And at the time, she didn't come back to me at all. Yes. And so we ran the piece. And of course, we got sued, right? 18 Degrees North got sued. I got sued as well. TDJ got sued as well. But before we get into the suit, what I'm making the point about is that there was never any kind of, at the time, satisfactory response regarding where he got the money.
Where did the funds?
So at the time, they could never declare where they got the money. They said they would declare it after the election, but they never did. This is a pattern with the Prime Minister of Jamaica, right? That we're finding out. He says things that he's going to do and never does it. And his wife as well, because she said they would have spoken on it and they did not. See him in the building, Wagwan. Big up yourself, see him. Big up.
Exactly. And then in the weeks that followed, he put out maybe a week or two, I can't remember exactly, but he gave some copies of some financials, or allowed 3 journalists, including Apka Fitzhenley, who is now
the one who is now the beloved senator,
right, to look at his financials. I think there were 2 other journalists as well.
Wait, so you telling me he let somebody look at his financials and that person is now working for him? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. I caught that. Are you serious? Conflict of interest.
And I never got a copy of those financials. And in fact, in recent times, I think within the last 1 year period, last 1 year period, I think I've asked him, I said, could I get these financials as well? By email, I asked that question. And I haven't been able to get those financials
So
either.
from then, you knowing that you were the one who started to dig into these.
Right, you would think he would share those with
He
me.
would have shared the financials with you.
So even though he got somebody to do the financials in terms of looking at the thing and verifying whatever, he didn't want her to get a recording of it. Then if you had nothing to hide, Mr. Andrew Onis, why you didn't give her? Da da dee, da da da.
And to date, from as far back as 09/11, 2016.
No, well, 016 when I asked.
Oh, and by the way, this is all alleged. Alleged.
Asked for it, 016.
Sorry, he has not shared those financials with you. 8 years now. Oh, interesting.
Wow. Very interesting.
Exactly. So that was my first inclination that some more digging needed to occur. Now, I will tell you that in the piece, the same 2016 piece, so you have the whole issue of where the money came from, which in my mind is still a question mark.
Right.
Even though the Integrity Commission has done this investigation that I found very revealing, Yes, I have certain issues with the Integrity Commission report, but give them credit for the amount of revelations we got from this, okay? Give them credit where that is concerned.
True.
I will tell you that in that Integrity Commission report, one of the things that I found most compelling and most lacking was the fact that there was no investigation of Mr. Honis's financials prior to 2018. If you notice, the time period covered by this investigation that the Integrity Commission did was from 2018. In other words, 2021 was a statutory declaration that they did not approve or certify, right? 2020 was certified, but 2021 was not. And then because they were looking into 2021, they started to broaden it out to get a better view, and so they went back to 2018. Now, I find this curious because, in my view, if you can go back to 2018, shouldn't you have gone back to 2007, which was, let us say, the period right before the 2008 purchase that ADMAT did, because ADMAT was also set up in 2008, and I've reported that extensively, and so the Integrity Commission should also know that ADMAT was set up in 2008. So shouldn't the investigation have gone back to 2007, the year before 08, when ADMAT was set up, right? To see what was going on with Mr. Honis's financials back then. How much was he worth in 07, and maybe even 06?
Prior to purchasing.
Prior to all of these purchases that occurred between 2008 and 2011, plus the construction, as I said, that took place in 012 to about 015, 16, thereabouts. I did not see any investigation from the Integrity Commission where that is concerned, and I believe that is a serious weakness.
Something not right, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right. Tell about them.
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
So what she's saying is the Integrity Commission did an okay job. However, what they should have really done was go all the way back to the inception, the root of when this all started. When they, in 2007, when they created ADMAT. That's why she's good at what she does. She's different. They say she's the best journalist in Jamaica. Hey, I ain't gonna argue that, because I can't think of another one that's on point like her at this point, especially with this story. Man, listen, that's facts. Go all the way back. How did this all start? If you want to fix a problem or find out if there's a problem, you got to go to the root. Because again, where did he get all this money, bro? Something ain't right, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
And they say it in the report. They say it in the report point blank.
What they said in the report, Zahra?
They say in the Integrity Commission. Okay, let me read it to you. Hold on. right? I'm going to put it up
But
because
one thing we know
I
about
passed
Zahra
this to somebody.
is that she's going to digging into the 177 pages.
What page is that, Zara? I got the page right
Just
here.
one moment,
Zara.
it's coming up. Okay. So here's what was said. In the Integrity Commission report, and for those people who have a copy, it's page 63.
Thank
right?
you. Thank you. I'm going to go to page 63 right now. Thank you so much, Zara. That's what I'm talking about. Page 63. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, we're on it. Page 63. I want to make sure that you guys can see it, when she's talking, all right? So this is page 63. Yes, this is page 63. All right. Let me share my screen while she's talking.
Right. It says, it is important to note that the source of funds used to acquire assets held by ADMAT was not verified by way of an investigation by the Commission. Certification and publication of Mr. Honus's assets, income and liabilities
What happened?
up to 2020 were done mainly on the face of what was presented in his statutory declarations as well as other supplemental submissions. I mean, that is just crazy to me.
It's totally inadequate.
Yeah, it's inadequate because to me, the period that I was most interested in, of course, I mean, I'm an investigative journalist, so any type of information, I'm going to take it in. But at the same time, my reporting from 2016 was questioning the period from 2008 to 2016. And yet their investigation really, it seems, started from 2018 to onwards.
2022. So you are arguing, therefore.
What happened to my internet? Don't play with me. Come on now.
That possibly if they had started to zoom in, digging and looking from back as 2007, 2008 when he became Minister of Education, it would have revealed.
I knew they was going to try and come with some adverts. That's why that thing was going on like that.
Possible a total web that is correlated. Because what you're saying is that ADMAT Incorporated, we don't know to date what are the source of funds for the assets into ADMAT.
Exactly.
Am I correct?
That's what the Integrity Commission is saying. They're saying that themselves. And they're saying...
So the Integrity Commission is saying that they don't know the source of funds that created ADMAT in itself, allegedly.
That the 2020 certification that they did essentially into Mr. Honus's assets was based on just submissions made. It wasn't an investigation that was done. Also,
he just told them that this is what it is. There wasn't wow
at the time.
Oh, so it's just there here, so where them get from?
Yes.
Them just have to work with.
It doesn't seem like it was an audit. I don't know if you heard that part that I had read. Yeah? Where
read it again, Zahra.
Yeah, read it again.
Please. Wow.
Certification and publication of Mr. Honus's assets, income and liabilities up to 2020 were done mainly on the face of what was presented in his statutory declarations as well as other supplemental submissions.
Wow. That means wow. That's crazy. So they just went off what he said.
Is there a call for concern into this entire matter? I'm sure you are.
Is there a call for concern about what?
In this particular matter, because I'm sure you're getting calls to say, hey Zahra, what are you picking up from this report comparing to 2016? And if so, what are your major concerns?
Ladies and gentlemen, what can go so?
She not hearing me?
Wow, man.
You hear me, Zahra?
somebody just wrote me a while ago and said to me that banks do not keep transactions for the time period, and the IC would have been challenged to have gone that far back. That is what I was told by a particular person in a WhatsApp message. Just
that don't make no sense.
And I have to think about some of that. Yeah, I have to think about some of that, because I'm of the view that you could still go farther than was gone from 018 to now. 018 to 022 is, what is that? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's 5 years.
Yeah.
I'm not clear on that. I mean, what is your thoughts on that? Banks only keep records for 5 years? I don't know about that.
That's crazy. I think
in this electronic year, in this electronic phase, I think banks should be able to go up to probably 10, 15 years. I don't know.
Yeah, it cannot.
Because it's electronic banking, you know.
I think that there has to be such an important investigation. Banks should have records. You know? Banks should have records. Not only that, but in the report, from what I remember now, Mr. Honis was saying that ADMAT Incorporated did not actually have, in other words, the account that was tied to ADMAT was at SSL, something like that. And with SSL being so in the news now, and, you know, it just seems to me like there should be a way to get that information. So I'm not really buying what this person is telling me about banks not necessarily having records, because I believe some amount of effort should have been made to see what records could have been retrieved. Even if some are missing, some could have been retrieved.
I'm being told that bank archive records in a cloud. This is coming from a banker. They're saying, Andre, there's archives in the cloud. So had the Integrity Commission go back, they could have asked or requested to go into the bank records via their cloud and retrieve the information.
Of course.
Interesting.
Exactly.
Wow. This ADMAT Incorporated, Zahra, in the report, we saw where ADMAT was transferred over to Imperium. Talk about that.
Yes. Okay, so I had reported back from, was it this year, earlier this year? I believe it was this year. I have reported, and some people were able to see. And you can always go to my website, by the way, everybody on this call, www.18degreesnorth.tv. And you can actually sign up for my newsletter, because in my newsletter, I had put out, I believe it was this year, I had introduced the public to the idea of Imperium Investments having been registered at the company's office of Jamaica after ADMAT was dissolved in December of 2021 in St. Lucia. So he wrapped up St. Lucia with ADMAT Incorporated there, and then in Jamaica, he set up Imperium Investments and Estate Bridge Development Limited, which were two companies that I spoke about in that exact newsletter that I'm telling you about. And I would say to you that based on some of the asset transfers, I got the sense then that ADMAT Incorporated was essentially transferring assets, which Mr. Honis himself confirmed in the actual report of the Integrity Commission. The house at Shenstone Drive, for instance, was transferred from ADMAT Incorporated to Imperium. So his assets...
So the house, the mansion, right there on Beverly Hills, was transferred
to Imperium.
To Imperium.
Yes, and Mr. Honis is the one that controls Imperium. Okay?
So
he put in the name of a company. Huh?
The Imperium investment, he totally controls that.
Yes, he controls that.
So the wife don't have no control or no shares in Imperium?
What I know is that there are, let us say, and I think the Integrity Commission report confirmed this as well, whatever number of shares there are, right? There's a portion of them that is unallocated. Let's say it's like 1,000 shares in total for the company. He has maybe 600 shares and Imperium has 400. I forget the exact amount. Imperium has, let us say, 1,000 shares. He has like 600 personally, and then 400 would be unallocated. I can't remember the exact figure right now, but I believe it's something to that effect. So in other words, there are some shares that are unallocated, and I don't know who owns those shares, but in terms of the shares that have been allocated, only he is the holder of those shares, according to the records that I looked at the time when I did the report, and according to the Integrity Commission report, which basically confirmed what I had.
So you see, her reporting on his finances has mirrored the reports of the Integrity Commission. Both entities are consistent in many ways in regards to the inconsistencies of this man's statutory declaration. Very interesting. And he's moving assets. How you doing, Joanne? Salute. He's moving assets to his companies. So his companies don't own the asset, but he owns the companies. Yo.
So the Integrity Commission report is in fact saying that he controls Imperium.
Wow. So we really don't know if there's any other shareholder to that other 400 shares.
I don't know. But it's not on the records.
Zahra.
Anyway, what I was going to say as well, the land, there was another Beverly Hills land. It was bought at Wycliffe Close by ADMAT in 2009. So in 2021, it was also transferred from ADMAT to Estate Bridge Development. Okay, and I've learned from this investigation by the Integrity Commission that Estate Bridge Development has another set of properties down in Trelawney. I don't know if you saw that.
What is that?
There's
no, Zahra. Wait.
Whoa.
You said that Estate Bridge
has
another set of lands in Trelawney.
Something not right, my wisdom warriors.
Hey,
Something is not right. Tell about them.
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
I'm trying to do my best to not stop this a lot, because I want y'all to listen to what this lady is saying, bruh. Yo, damn, son. They got all type of assets over here. This company over here owning that asset. They're moving assets from this company to that company. They doing a lot of shifting. Listen.
It's not lands, it's actual homes.
Property.
Two, yeah. So in addition to the land up at Beverly Hills, that
Paulette, what's up? Salute, Paulette. Good day to you. Very interesting. I'm telling you.
Is not his mansion, but there are 4 townhomes that are being built right now up there. And those 4 townhomes, when ADMAT was dissolved and transferred that, remember I told you there were several lands purchased.
Like and share the live, guys. Like and share the live.
But there are 4 townhomes that are being built right now up there. And those 4 townhomes, when ADMAT was dissolved and transferred that, remember I told you there were several lands purchased by ADMAT Incorporated between 08 and 011, right? And I'm saying to you, there were 3. So there was an Acadia apartment in 08 that got sold in 016. So we delete that from the picture. The two things that were left were Shenstone Drive and also this other property, Wycliffe Close up in Beverly Hills. Wycliffe Close went to Estate Bridge. Shenstone Drive, the mansion, went to Imperium, which Mr. Hornet controls. Estate Bridge, who is involved in that? We have the Imperium Investments was involved in it. The son.
Hey, I'm Joey, and I'm one of the 30 now, and you probably couldn't tell.
Adam. Hornet. We have this guy, the sister, Sajia Anderson. I don't know if that's the pronunciation, but Sajia Anderson. And the other person was Norman Brown. He is, in my opinion, I mean, that whole situation, I reported on this a couple months ago, and then the Integrity Commission basically came out and talked about it and said, you know, this is really not okay for somebody who is head of, I think it's CBC, which is a government entity, head of HAG, which is Housing Agency of Jamaica. And the Housing Agency of Jamaica falls under Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. And Prime Minister Hones is the minister in charge of the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. Furthermore, he's the minister point person in charge of housing specifically. And so for him to be in business with this guy and then also to be assigning him to oversee like the Housing Agency of Jamaica and UDC, I mean, it's such a bad setup in terms of possible conflicts of interest.
Bangarang. Bangarang. Never play that back again. Listen to that. This man business partner, right, is put in the position of ministries. Very important ministries, might I add. that he controls. Yo, listen, man. The conflict of interest is incredible. Paul, right, big up.
To be in business with this guy, and then also to be assigning him to oversee like the housing agency of Jamaica and UDC. I mean, it's such a bad setup in terms of possible conflicts of interest. And yes. I can tell you that the Integrity Commission report made a thing about that as well, that this is not okay, and I'm glad that they did. I really am glad that they did. If you want me to read you a couple of those sections, I can.
No,
regarding
before
what
we
they
go to
said.
that part, we want us to go back. I want it to sink in tonight. So you say Estate Bridge owns another set of complex up Beverly Hills. That's correct, right?
Right, and then subsequent to the 2021 transfer from ADMAT.
And you a big up.
So you say Estate Bridge owns another set of complex up Beverly Hills. That's correct, right?
Right, and then subsequent to the 2021 transfer from ADMAT to Estate Bridge of the lot up at Beverly Hills where the 4 townhouses are being built, there was in this report other purchases in Trelawney by Estate Bridge. Okay, yeah, by Estate Bridge.
So when did they purchase the properties in Trelawney, Estate Bridge?
All right, I'm going through the report right now just to be very specific, right?
Yes.
The name of the area, Stonebrook Manor, 2 properties acquired by EDL, which is Estate Bridge Development Limited, right? And what it says here is Estate Bridge, this is from the NLA to the Integrity Commission, confirming that Estate Bridge owns 4 lots at Wycliffe Close, the same place up in Beverly Hills. Yes. Transferred from ADMAT Incorporated by Gift, and that was back in 2021. That was my report.
DRTV, big up.
Estate Bridge owns 4 lots at Wycliffe Close, the same place up in Beverly Hills.
Yes.
Transferred from ADMAT Incorporated by Gift, and that was back in 2021. That was my reporting earlier this year. They also stated that Estate Bridge acquired 2 houses in Stonebrook Manor Phase 5 Trelawney for a consideration of $18 million each. So $36 million is what we are talking about. Yeah.
So were those bought at the right market level, or were those properties lowered in terms of sale? You know, if they were purchased at the right.
I can't speak to valuation, Andre. I never seen anything like that before, but I will read you this section from the Integrity Commission report.
Yes, can you read it?
It says that the 2 properties at Stonebrook Manor were acquired using a loan of $25 million from NCB Capital Markets. Right? It says that the Director of Investigation is in possession of evidentiary material from the duly authorized officer at NCB Capital Markets, which shows that Estate Bridge secured a loan of $25 million from that entity on December 24, 2021 for business purposes. So stop right there for a second. Remember, I had told you, right?
Yes.
That ADMAT transferred the property at Wycliffe Close, Wycliffe Close, just the lot at the time, to Estate Bridge back in 2021, and I believe this transaction was like either in November or December of 2000. I think it was November of 2021 from memory, right? I think it was about November 2021. So now December 21. So this Estate Bridge was quite busy. In Estate Bridge now they get a loan for $25 million from NCB Capital Markets, right, for business purposes. Okay. Now it goes on to say, the bank statement received from NCB for Estate Bridge savings account bearing number ***20 indicates that.
Shout out to my boy Rusty in the building, my day one. Respect to my Jamaican brother just came in, don't know the topic, but going to hit the like button, player. Hey, we talking about the Prime Minister of Jamaica. Like that's like Joe Biden to you. And they're discussing his assets. And declaration of his assets, because his assets have not been declared. They've been investigating him for illicit enrichment. Pretty much, you know, he can't tell us where his money came from. He can't tell us where his property came from. So that's what's going on. Paulette Jones, what's going on? What's going on? The lady on the screen is an investigative reporter, and she has done massive, extensive investigation on the Prime Minister since 2016. So the Integrity Commission report came out the other day, and she came on this interview to raise some concerns. So we are here going over it. Shout out to the 212 people watching. Please remember to like and share. All right, share the live with 10 people. We got my brother Ballhead Wayne in the goddamn building, man. My day one's in the building, man. Russell Ballhead Wayne, CP3, C Ham in the building. Shout out to all my dogs, man. Salute, man. Yes, sir. Salute to my dogs, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to my player, Russell Kamala. Salute. Good to see y'all in the goddamn building, man. Yes, sir. Let's continue. Let's go back a little bit. You don't want to lose the context. Oh, come on, YouTube. Oh, you with the ass, boy.
Okay. Now, it goes on to say, the bank statement received from NCB for Estate Bridge savings account bearing number ***20 indicates that 25 million was deposited on December 23, 2021, after which two payments of 10 million and 6 million were made to Chemtech Development and Construction Company Limited, hereafter referred to as Chemtech, developers of the Stonebrook Manor properties on December 28, 2021. The properties were transferred from Chemtech to Estate Bridge on January 10, 2022. So these properties down in Trelawney, were transferred from Chemtech, which is the development company, to Estate Bridge on January 10, 2022. And they also state that Chemtech further confirmed that the properties were in fact developed and sold to Estate Bridge, and that between December 28, 2021 and April 29, 2024, so it looks like a phased purchase because it started in 2021 and finished in 2024, this year, a total of 22.839 million was paid over by Estate Bridge, right? And it says that the DI notes that there is an agreement between the developers and Estate Bridge for payments to be made on a scheduled basis subsequent to the transfer of the two properties, right? This agreement is encapsulated in an addendum dated January 4, 2022 to the agreements for sale dated April 22, 2021. And you remember that there was a $36 million because it's $18,000 each, right? So the fact that 22 million was paid up to 2024 would seem to indicate that there's some kind of outstanding balance. Right. So the DI actually talked a little bit about that, right? And the DI, which is the Director of Investigation, it says here, the total cost of the properties is recorded at $36 million, 18 million each, on the respective duplicate certificates of title and agreements for sale. DI's inquiries show that between 021 and 022, the houses in Phase 5 Stonebrook Manor were being sold for between 15.9 million and 22 million. So you had asked me about whether the 18 million was in keeping with the valuation of the properties. And so this seems to be one of the answers that you're looking for, which is that the houses in Phase 5 between 021 and 22, which is the time period when this took place, were being sold for, at it seems the low end was 15.9 million and the high end was 22 million. So we would have to say that it is in seemingly in the range.
It was in the range. So apart from the stone,
one thing with this lady, she's very, very honest. She's very, very, in my opinion, based off what I've seen from her, she's doing a great job at being ethical and looking at the evidence. Shout out to her.
So apart from the Stonebrook Manor and the lots up by Beverly Hills that he took Estate Bridge, is there any account of any other properties being purchased by Mr. Holness and his confederates?
I believe that is the extent of the property purchases, right? So there is Shenstone in the name of Imperium. There is Wycliffe Close, which has 4 townhouses on it. There is the 2 lots at
Stonebrook Manor.
Stonebrook Manor in Trelawney, right? Not 2 lots, 2 houses in Stonebrook Manor in Trelawney. And then there is the house at Great House Boulevard, which we know about was in the 2 man and wife, Mr. Honus and his wife's name, back from, I think it's 02.
But
so there's that still.
But Zahra, aren't you appalled that in all of these recent purchases, the wife is not involved in it?
Well, I'm not appalled. I'm not appalled. There was actually an interview or a quote at the time. I think it was by one of the major papers that had asked about where's Juliet's name type of thing. And I think he said something to the effect, Mr. Honus said that he was going to be willing his portion of the properties or whatever to Juliet Honus. I don't really understand the setup, but that is what he had said, that he would will that portion.
Will him property them to him wife?
Yeah. So in other words, not on the actual thing, but that he would be willing it to her. Something like that.
Now tell me, in which world do you will a property to your wife? If it's your wife, isn't it like an automatic thing where your assets would go to her unless you have signed a prenup? Somebody in the chat explain to me. Explain to me that. Am I reaching? Am I bugging? Aren't you supposed to, if you have a wife and you were supposed to pass away, God forbid, doesn't your assets automatically go to your wife? Somebody say plan with teeth till it dead. Run one. Yo, that's crazy. Y'all crazy for real, man. Y'all crazy for real.
That is funny, honey. That's funny. Oh my God, that is funny.
Yeah, I think that's mighty interesting though. This part right here is mighty interesting.
Property them to him wife?
Shout out to Rosalie Ricketts in the building. My mod in the building said that means he is controlling all his businesses and all the money going back in his pocket. Ooh. Rosemary Edwards said, big up yourself, Bolo. Guys, Nightbot just dropped the WhatsApp group number. If you want to join my WhatsApp group, text join to that number right there. Evelyn, is that Meekly? Shout out to you. I appreciate you telling them to like and share and subscribe. Angela Forbes, salute to you. All the new subs, big up Denise, big up. And yeah, Evelyn. I said Evelyn already. Okay, perfect. That's what's up. Let's continue. Oh, and guys, remember, the donation link is pinned at the top of the comment section. If you want to donate to the platform and show your brother some love, it is a PayPal link. You don't have to put your name or anything. You can write a text and your donation will be read out, just like how you say something in the chat. Let me give y'all an example. Dior TV is dying laughing. Yeah, let's go. Turn up on the donations. Thank you for the love, gentle people. Let's get it. Turn me up.
Bald Head Wayne tip $20. Listening as I work my brother. Salute.
Yeah, so that's how your donation. Dior TV said, so if him not dead, she don't get nothing Bangarang. Yo, I can't with y'all, man. Oh shit. Hey, all of my American brothers.
Funny,
trust
honey.
Me. Yo,
that's funny.
We are.
Oh my God, that is funny.
We are not that different like my American brothers. Yo, Jamaicans can chop it up and joke and roast with the best. Trust me. Betty Boop 76 said, blessings Bolo. The man just teeth. Oh my God. Yes, Bolo. True. There should be no will. It should be automatic. So that in itself.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh,
Let's
shit.
go. Turn up on the donation.
Oh, shit.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the love, gentle people. Let's get it. Turn me up. Turn me up.
Bald head Wayne tip $20. A little something, my brother.
Man, hey, man. Ball head Wayne, turn me up.
Always.
Ball head brothers got to stick together. You hear me? Salute for the donation. Yeah. Let's get it. Shout out to my brother Ball head Wayne. Us ball head brothers got to stick together. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Always support, man. Shout out to Ball head Wayne, man. But let's continue.
Yeah. So in other words, she wasn't on the actual thing, but that he would be willing it to her. Something like that.
Wow. Allegedly.
Wow.
Exactly. Wow.
Yep.
Let us. This is a lot, you know, Zahra. This is plenty we're looking at, right?
Sure is.
It is a lot. And, you know, there's something else I want to bring up about this issue of registered mortgages.
Yeah.
Which is on the issue of a loan. You remember I was mentioning to you that in 2008, the first property at Acadia, the apartment, no registered mortgage. The second one at Wycliffe Close in Beverly Hills, no registered mortgage. The third one for $300,000 at Shinstone Drive, no registered mortgage.
Damn.
And so he's like, where did the money come from in that short space of time?
Yo, you see how many things she just mentioned, how many properties, no registered mortgage. Where the money come from, bruh? Low dog, what up, man? Salute to you.
So this is something that I found very interesting in the report as well. So Burrito gives some kind of loan to, I'm trying to remember which entity.
Burrito gave him $50 million.
Right, but what I'm trying to remember is if it was Imperium that got the loan, right?
I believe it's Imperium who got it.
Anissa say that her husband and wife we don't in a nothing too tough, really. Will to her. Yeah, I mean, it really. Are they still married? I'm seriously questioning that. Are they even married? Have they quietly divorced each other? How do you will something to your wife that you own as a husband? Like I said, unless y'all signed a prenup, and prenups ain't really that. I mean, shoot, when he just met her, he ain't had nothing. So, like, how would he even want to sign a prenup when he ain't had nothing? According to her, they couldn't afford a wedding planner for their wedding. She said she wanted to run her wedding like a fish fry, you know, where you buy the ticket and you get the food with the ticket. Like, she said she wanted to do that because she invited everybody, but she was not expecting or wanting everybody to come because they didn't have the money. So where did the money come from? Where did all these millions come from all of a sudden? Especially when you can't tell us where the money came from. I'll be thinking, bro, did it come from our tax dollars? You feel me? And I think that's a legit question. I don't see how people can listen to this and say that people is bad mind. Bad mind what? Are you on drugs? Seriously. Like, your mind gotta be so warped to ask a foolish question like that. You gotta be on drugs to ask a dumb question like that.
Yeah. Right? Okay. So there was a loan that was given by Burrito, 50 million. And this loan, apparently, right, was supposed to be secured by a property that Imperium owned, which would seem to be Shenstone Drive. Right?
That is the mansion. He might use the mansion.
Let me just make sure that before I tell it the wrong thing. As I say, there's a lot of
because you remember them said that them suing for defamation, you know. So
exactly, Chelsea. Exactly.
Oh goodness gracious!
Barlet, I know, right?
Yes. So let me just be sure, because this section on Burrito was very, to me, very, you know, when something is standoutish,
right?
You know, yeah. So I'm trying to find out. In a sense, it was not registered, right? This loan was not registered on the title of the security that was being used, right? Which I believe, as I said before, trying to confirm it, right, in the report. But I believe that it was the same house up at Beverly Hills there was supposed to be used as collateral for the loan.
Collateral.
Yeah, but they were saying that there was no kind of registration of the mortgage on that title, and they were wondering how come. And so one of the things I would tell you is that it's very unusual. Let's put it this way: it is extremely unusual for a loan to be against a particular property and for the mortgage holder not.
Yo, run! Oh God, what? Run one list say Andrew had it all figured out. Prenup with the premeditation, teeth and eyes, Jamaica. Oh, I hate y'all. Oh my God, I hate you guys, bro. Y'all is so crazy, boy. Y'all came with it today, man. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all got jokes.
You know, it's very unusual. Let's put it this way: it is extremely unusual for a loan to be against a particular property and for the mortgage holder not to register, because if they don't register it, they're going to be in a lot of trouble if it is that the person defaults and they try to be able to at that point sell the asset to be able to recoup the cost of the loan. So that's very awkward, and I think the DI
It is not
saw
something
that
that is practiced at financial institutions, in other words.
No, it is not. You know, it's not normal. You know.
You see, for us Jamaicans, I mean, not everybody, but if you're not in the field of where these people are, have the expertise, we wouldn't even think about it like, yo, that's strange, right? This is why you have to have checks and balances, because there's a lot of ignorance in the world, right? And the people that are already supposed to be more highly educated than us, they come. Anissa, I swear to God, they've come with the jokes today. Greetings to you. Is that Corinne Griffiths? No, I am not on the panel, you know. This is OBS. Let me remove myself and show you. See, I'm gone. All right, now I'm back. This is a very high-tech way of doing things. I have a green screen, yeah, and I'm presenting, so yeah. Yeah, it's not a panel. But yeah, man, they came with the jokes today, boy.
No, and so at some point or another.
But what I was saying is, these things that they can point out and see just off the rip, that's an actual issue. I mean, regular Jamaicans, I mean, if we looked at the document, we're like, what am I talking about? What am I saying? We don't understand this. And I believe that's what the JLP members are banking on. And that's why they're putting out certain narratives out there to make this seem like this is not really a big deal, you know. It's just a one account and there was one false statement, and that's the impression I got from listening to Andrew Ones's speech, you know, in Parliament, you know. You understand? If I was listening to Nationwide alone, I would think, oh, it's just his mother's account and it's only $384,000 in there. I mean, what is that? That is nothing. But when you actually hear people reading the report and showing you and pointing out the parts in the report that are damning, whole different ballgame. And when you have the report for yourself, like when I have now, and I go read for yourself, yo, I'm telling you, man.
The DI actually talked a lot about this, right? And said that, you know, here you have a margin loan, so-called for $50 million, right? And no registration against the collateral that was used, right? And how come? Let me just read a part of that report that speaks to
yes,
that,
read it,
right?
Zahra. We're here for the night.
Yeah.
Jamaica call somebody dissecting aspects of the report tonight. It's not business as usual. It's plenty we're talking about. But whilst you do that, Zahra, I want to ask you a question, right? This is a lot, you know.
She fall off.
Jamaica. I'm gonna ask you again.
Shall come back and still.
Isn't this a lot?
It is a lot. It really is a lot. This is not no light stuff. This is big. This is huge. Honestly, I have to say.
You
Okay, so Andre, I just want to thanks so much for being patient with me. I'm not in my usual place, right? I'm overseas, and where I am it's a little bit difficult in terms of the internet. It seems like it's not as fast as where I am in Jamaica. So I apologize to everybody for this. But one of the things I want,
Miss Zahra Burton, if you should ever watch this, you are required all the patience in the world. You have done great work, and I applaud you and I respect you, and keep doing the good work, ma'am. I think I'm gonna subscribe to your letter page. I'm gonna go to your website and I'm gonna subscribe. I think I'm gonna do that. Strawberry Tail, what's up with you, baby?
the correct right away is, remember when I was saying that I thought that Chemtech sounded familiar and it may be the person also the contractor that waited close. I was looking at that a little bit more carefully, and I believe it's K&N Designs, not Chemtech. So I want to correct that. It's K&N Designs, which is a different company, I think, from Chemtech, because I'm not getting anything on Chemtech necessarily. So I just want to correct that. It's not that big deal, I should be right about it. Yeah, I should be right about it. So I'm sorry about that. Okay, go ahead.
I gather that the Chemtech developers are involved in a housing project of about 1,000 units in Draxall. So that is something to look at.
Wow.
The development. And I gather that the Chemtech, Mr. Tolo, was also a board member with Norman Brown at Housing Association of Jamaica. So that is something we should look into also.
Really? This is interesting.
Nepotism,
So,
acronym, possibly.
Chemtech, I'm being told, Tolo was a former board member whilst Norman Brown, business owner and business partner of Wholeness, both on the Housing Association of Jamaica.
Oh, what do you have to do?
So this is definitely a tangled web. So it's something to look at.
So not only is Andrew Onis linked with his business partner that is in the ministries of government running certain things, but then his business partner, other business partners, is involved in the development of a bunch of units, allegedly. Whoo! What a tangled web we weave.
Stop it. Get some help.
Trust me. DRTV said when you find out Bolo, you tell me. Charity funds. That's why Shaggy didn't give him the charity money. Yeah, I remember that.
Chemtech got a contract from the Housing Association to do those housing, the 1,000 units in
Chemtech.
Draxall. It's something, it's alleged, Jamaica.
Alleged.
It's something to look into.
Alleged, yeah.
But Zahra, the bond that the Prime Minister purchased, and it is said that he
and if Zahra sees this, love you here, by the way. Let's continue.
used monies from the charity Positive Foundation. Can you talk
this
a
is
little
the
bit more
part
on
I'm wanting to pay attention
You know about
to.
the charity. You have excellent knowledge of
Want to share the live? Want to share
when
the
was this
live?
charity formed, Zahra?
Okay, so Positive Jamaica Foundation was formed in 2011. Positive Jamaica Foundation is a foundation I've been tracking, and again, if you go to my website, 18degreesnorth.tv, you'll see a lot of stuff there related to Positive Jamaica Foundation, because what I can tell you is that it was started in 2011, and one of the founders at the time, in addition to Mr. Honis himself.
Strawberry 10, this live is about the Prime Minister of Jamaica and not his assets not being able to be declared, and the companies that he is involved with, and the business partners that he's involved with, and how he has put them in positions of power in his ministries. So like I said, look up acronym and cronism. It's basically corruption. So I have the power here, right? I control these ministries. You're my business partner. and I'm going to allow you to be the chairman of these ministries so you can delegate for possible projects allegedly that I and your other business partners are involved in, granting those people possibly contracts from the government, which is our tax dollars. So giving the contracts them to whoever they want to give allegedly. It's just one big ball of corruption. It's just the possibilities of the corruption is endless based off the findings of the Integrity Commission report about the Prime Minister. Right? How if you have a business partner in 2 ministries in government that you control in your office of the Prime Minister, that has to do with development projects all around Jamaica. A lot of money goes through that, you know. And then you can't declare your assets in a you have 28 accounts for crying out loud. 28 accounts. Something ain't right. Something just ain't right.
Was also Nigel Clarke, right?
Repeat that. Repeat that, Zahra.
In the beginning, when Positive Jamaica Foundation, but Nigel Clarke was not really at the time in 2011, if you recall, we didn't know about Nigel Clarke the way we know about Nigel Clarke now, right? So my point is that at the time in 2011, Mr. Honus was, if you remember, he was Prime Minister the first.
Oh yes, Burton, exactly, just like in America.
time in 2011, yeah, in the later part of 2011, and so this foundation would have been set up around that time when he had either just become Prime Minister or
after Schooling.
Yeah, and
what can go so, Raheem? What can go so?
It has, you know, over the years I've been tracking it, and it used to produce at the company's office nil filings, and it got actual filings in more recent years with the kind of money that is running through the foundation. And so I had produced certain reports that had looked at, and I'm afraid to look it up because I feel as if I look up my own reporting, the internet is going to kick me off again. So it's like I have to be doing a lot of this stuff from memory. But there was a report that I did that kind of detailed how much money had been running through that account, the Positive Jamaica Foundation, because Mr. Honus was the chairman of that charity. It's not even a registered charity over the Department of Cooperatives and Friendly Societies, where the official charities that are tax exempt are registered. This is basically a non-profit company registered only at the Company's Office of Jamaica, which is how
it's not registered with friendly societies.
Are registered. What?
So it's not registered with the friendly societies.
It's not a tax exempt charity, not from my research, no. It is only registered at the Company's Office of Jamaica, right? And so the Company's Office.
I didn't even know that there is a difference between tax exempt charities and non-tax exempt charities.
Of Jamaica, their financials, you have to, as a non-profit, file your financials every year at the COJ, Company's Office of Jamaica. And so he eventually filed these financials, and that's how I was able to get the information, by going to the Company's Office to seeing how much money was basically running through that organization. And it was essentially millions of dollars that were coming through it, just like Nigel Clarke, by the way, who incidentally I'd love for you to talk to me about Nigel Clarke's own foundation, Growth and Opportunity Trust, as well. That was an organization he founded, and I mean, you're talking about over $90 million.
Wait, what was the name of Nigel Clarke's charity?
Growth and Opportunity Trust.
Corruption overloaded.
And what you found about Nigel Clarke's Growth and Opportunity Trust?
$90-something million since it was constructed in 2018, because Nigel Clarke came off as a director of Positive.
She keeps saying 021, 018. It's 2018, man. It's kind of triggering. I'm just playing. But yeah, Nigel Clarke, I said this in previous lives. His non-profit organization and charities or whatever, they need to do a deep dive investigation on that. Deep dive.
Jamaica Foundation. However, he himself started another foundation. This one was called Growth and Opportunity Trust. So he was a director of Mr. Honus' own, and then he started his own. And this was started in 2018. So I want you to understand, 2018 was when Nigel Clarke ran for office for the first time as an MP. Okay? Right. And the 2011 foundation, Positive Jamaica Foundation, was when Mr. Honus also became Prime Minister for the first time. You know, so it's kind of very obvious in my view that these are politically connected foundations. Okay?
So it's only when they were running for office that they created these non-profit organizations. So it's safe to assume, like she's saying, that they are politically linked. Damn, she's good. Damn, she's good. Man, she's a bad mother. Man, shut your mouth. Come on, internet. Don't play with me. Stop it. Let's go. Oh, man. Am I running too many things at once? Let me find out, because this is freezing on me.
Positive Jamaica Foundation was when Mr. Honus also became Prime Minister for the first time. You know, so it's kind of very obvious in my view that these are politically connected foundations. Okay? So Mr. Honus has another one called West Central St. Andrew Trust. And that particular, I mean, I'll get to Nigel Clarke's own in a second, but let's just stick with Mr. Honus for a second. West Central St. Andrew Trust is his charity for his constituency. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Right? So Nigel Clarke's foundation had from
doing it again.
18 to I want to say to 23, I think it is. $90 million that ran through it, and I believe it was
$90 million in 5 years. Damn.
84 million that was spent over that same period of time, 6 years. And yeah, from 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, that is 6 years. And when I asked Nigel Clarke what was the $84 million spent on, since his foundation, unlike Mr. Honus' own, is a tax-exempt foundation, he, other than the financials, which basically give just very broad categories, I think it was like three very broad categories, there was nothing that was specific to say, okay, this tax-exempt foundation spent money on scholarships, spent money on, you know, a cookout. You know, there was no detail. It was just very broad. And when I asked him, he said he did not give me more information than the law required. And I'm like, what the hell is that kind of a response?
Wow.
So I believe that Nigel Clarke's foundation, just being point blank, needs to be investigated. I'm not happy with the response I got. And
we about to move up on the door around here if you touch my leg. Matter of fact, don't move that hand no more. Now clap. Don't Mike, you mean to tell me Diddy was touching on your leg while you were sitting right here on this couch?
So
get the hell out of the studio.
You
God of
telling
Vengeance.
me?
Be subscribed to the channel.
Shout out to the new subs. So you telling me allegedly that Nigel Clarke's foundation spent $84 million and they can't give proper account for what that money was spent on?
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
No wonder he is running to the IMF. That's the Minister of Finance, for the people that don't know. Our Minister of Finance, Nigel Clarke, is getting another job at the IMF. And this is an election year. He has a lot of unresolved things going on in his ministry. Ah, man. Oh, I'm sorry, Betty Boop. I'm sorry. Yo, you triggered? She triggered by the bell. Oh my God, I'm sorry.
And I believe that in the same way that we're going to get into Positive Jamaica Foundation now in terms of what the Integrity Commission had found out about regarding the intermingle between Positive Jamaica Foundation and Mr. Honus's personal finances, I think an interplay investigation, I'm not saying it exists, I'm just saying an interplay investigation as well between Nigel Clarke, the man, and the foundation that he has. I think there needs to be an investigation of that as well, quite frankly.
I 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th to 100 support that argument. I recommend that. I've been saying this. I said this maybe 3 lives ago. They need, listen man, Nigel Clarke needs to be investigated. This is a tangled web. Yeah, he needs to be investigated. They need to investigate everybody close to Andrew Honus. Everybody. Follow the money. Follow the money. I'm guaranteeing you're going to find a connection. But in the meantime, this entire party needs to be dismantled. They got to go. You're talking about not having no confidence in Andrew Honus. I don't have confidence in the JLP, period. The entire party, bro. I'm talking about none whatsoever. Especially after they were given a wonderful opportunity to come out and say, we denounce Andrew Holness after seeing these reports. We cannot sit in the same parliament with a man that is under investigation of this manner, of possibly doing these things. The details in this report is alarming. No, that's not what they did. What they did was, we stand with our prime minister, and it's y'all fault. You're the ones that's trying to take him down. He did not do anything wrong. Omitting what was read in the report. Omitting what was put in the report. They have gone as far as trying to allude to the Integrity Commission being corrupt. This towards him or against him, the Prime Minister. Come on, man. Hey, man, this shit crazy, bro. I swear to God, man. Yo. Maggette Hamilton, salute. He said Ministry of Finance. You know, a lot of milk. Yo, I swear to God, bro. Y'all is on some ones today, bro.
Emotional damage.
Y'all is on some ones today. I can't with y'all in the chat, boy. Kemara said Andrew Holness is a spider. I know he's a big web of lies. Man, where did you find that emoji? Sheesh. Yeah, you something else, man. Good afternoon to you, Florence Hamilton. Salute, salute, salute. Bell Bolo, really? I hate to hear the slave masters, but I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I apologize. I gotta be sensitive to my audience. Anyway, let's move on.
Right? Just saying. So we can go now to Positive Jamaica Foundation. What the Integrity Commission found out about this time in this report was that there was a bond that was purchased. So you as a layman can make investment decisions. You can sometimes buy stocks, you buy a bond sometimes.
Yes.
So Mr. Holness goes ahead and buys a bond. Now, this bond is for, I believe it's 94,000 US. Hold on, let me just tell you what the price of the bond is. This bond was essentially, oh boy, hold on. This bond, a part of the money was said in the end after the DI made contact with NCB Capital Markets, who sold Mr. Holness the bond. It was said after the fact that this bond, you know, some of the money really belonged to Positive Jamaica Foundation. So the investigators here, the DI, was essentially saying that the bond, even though money was allegedly used from Positive Jamaica Foundation to purchase the bond, that the person receiving the benefit of the bond was Mr. Holness. And it was only after the DI made contact with NCB Capital Markets about it that Mr. Holness made it clear to NCB Capital Markets that he should have been the one to receive the benefit, but that the benefit should be routed in part to Positive Jamaica Foundation, the actual foundation. So there was a question about whether Mr. Holness was essentially using the Positive Jamaica Foundation funds to purchase a bond, but then for the bond's benefits to be coming to Mr. Holness. Now, Mr. Holness has flat out denied.
Whoa, what?
That had happened, yeah? And he said it was a genuine error. That is what he will tell you. And he said it in Parliament as well. And
but what can it be a genuine error when it took him so long to correct it?
That part.
Well, therein lies the issue.
That part.
Zahra.
That part. Exactly, Andre.
How could you take out money from a charity to do your personal gain and say it's a genuine error?
Well, I want to read some stuff to you, right? I'm not trying to.
No, Zahra is a professional. She's not even going to touch that. She is not even going to touch that because they tried to sue her already. So she's not even going to touch that. She just laugh at, yeah, okay.
Take up on Mr. Holness, but he said some stuff that I believe.
Have you ever counted?
Shit alive, guys, shit alive. Have you ever said goodbye?
It was worth at least 25.
He said when he found out that this was what was going on, you know, he told them to correct it. And the sense I'm getting, and there's a section of it that's not clear to me. Okay, I want to make this clear. It's not clear to me what the Integrity Commission was trying to say, but I get the sense the bond there were monies that were paid out to Mr. Hunis, and Mr. Hunis in that particular instance said, no, those monies were not supposed to be paid out to me. They were supposed to be paid out to Positive Jamaica Foundation. That's the sense I'm getting from the reading that I got. Okay, as I said, this is kind of complicated, but that's the sense I was getting.
Damn,
you know,
sure
that there was an instance where Mr. Hunis did say, no, this money belongs to Positive Jamaica Foundation, but this for the particular bond in question, that was not done until very late in the game, according to the Integrity Commission. Mr. Hunis would say something different, that this was something that he told them that this was what was supposed to happen. The bank at the time in the Integrity Commission report said that the written instructions from Mr. Hunis did not say that. But then after the report was sent to the Parliament, there was some other witness statement that came out.
They said that his report to them did not say what he. So the bank is saying one thing, he's saying another thing, and it's about he say, I say, your word against mine. That's crazy. We got Pat W in the building. That's crazy. But Mr. Andrew Hunis.
You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie.
Ain't nobody lying.
Fully understand it, but Mr. Hunis seems to be saying that it is a statement alluding to the fact that he had given instructions that this money, the original instructions did in fact say Positive Jamaica was supposed to be the beneficiary of this money, because some of the money did come from the Positive Jamaica Foundation account, right? Or from the Positive, it was from Positive Jamaica Foundation. So that whole thing is not clear to me, but what I can tell you is the interplay between a charity's money being used to purchase an asset or an investment that yields a return, and then the return is, let us say, going only to the person and not to the foundation and the person, as the director of investigation seems to be alluding to. As I said, Mr. Hunis has his own story, but as the DI seems to be alluding to, is that what happened? That is very concerning if that is in fact true. And I think what is troubling about that statement from the DI is that the Integrity Commission report actually stated that other than what we're finding out about the bond, there was no investigation of Positive Jamaica Foundation per se. And I find that very troubling. I believe that that investigation should have occurred with Positive Jamaica.
Then if you have a mix-up, Dimple D, what's up? If you have a mix-up between the statements from that entity and the Prime Minister, Janet, how you doing, love? If you have this conflict, why then aren't you not investigating the entity and you're investigating him? Both of them should be investigated. You cannot leave any stones unturned in the commands of following the money. We got our brother Action in the middle. What's going on, bro? Hey, y'all don't tell me that's the horn. That's not a bell now. I'm late, bro, at work. Like, nah, I'm going to go live again. This is the first live for today. I'm going to go live later on. I just wanted to cover this one by itself. This needed its own attention.
Make a foundation. Just because of that revelation, I think more should have been done to either clear Mr. Hunis completely or to indict him fully.
Yeah, oh man, talk about it. Clear him completely or indict him fully. There should have never been a let's pass this on to our next entity to investigate. No. Take the man to court.
So you're arguing that the Integrity
Rose McIntosh, big up.
The Commission should have gone into Positive Foundation to look at what is really happening in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm arguing, and I think the same thing needs to be done for Nigel Clarke as well. Even though he's going to be leaving, I believe that he also
still investigating
him and his foundation and the financials going through need to be looked at.
Oh, the audio is on double speed, too fast for no. All right, cut it down back.
So you're saying between 2018 to
this Joanne, blessings to you, Joanne Jackson, big up.
2023, approximately about 90 plus million went through Nigel Clarke's Growth and Opportunity Trust, and during that time approximately 80 plus million has been used, and there is no definitive as to say how this money has been spent.
And what's even more troubling is that if you look at the paperwork, it says that this foundation, Nigel Clarke's own, is supposed to be for the benefit of his Northwest St. Andrew constituency. But yet when I checked with the councillors in that constituency as to whether they had ever heard about Growth and Opportunity Trust, and say the two of them that did answer me, and one declined to comment, but the two of them that did answer me said no, they didn't hear about that foundation before. One of them said they knew that Nigel Clarke had a foundation, right? But they don't know that they had used money from that foundation for the benefit of the constituency. Now, if the councillors don't know, again, that is a problem. And that is why I'm saying, and I'm being...
People, this is very important, you know. According to Zahra Burke's investigation, the non-profit organization that the Minister of Finance, Nigel Clarke, has. The purpose of that organization is listed to benefit his constituency. Now, he made $91 million in between, approximately $91 million in between 2018 and 2023. So she went and asked MPs within that constituency if they had any knowledge about this organization and whether or not they have received funding from the organization to do what the organization said it would do. 2 of the councillors answered they didn't know about it, and another one declined to answer, according to Zahra Burton's report. And I mean, say so. Mighty God.
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
This don't look good. This don't look good none at all. Look at Andre's face. Andre confused. Andre's like, what? You can't serious, man. There's no way. There's no way. This is ridiculous. Totally ridiculous.
Now, if the councillors don't know, again, that is a problem. And that is why I'm saying, and I'm being very serious about it, that the foundation needs to be investigated much more thoroughly than what I'm picking up. Which is nothing.
Zahra, you say you're happening. Councillors, and they're saying that there is nothing that they have recalled using monies from the trust to do any form of constituency work. Mighty God.
Right. They're saying that, like in one case, they said they got like a bag of, maybe a bag of rice or refreshments or things like that. But they don't know whether it came from the foundation or if it's a situation where it came from the CDF fund, which is the Constituency Development Fund that all the different MPs get to put to work in their constituency. Yeah. So he's saying he can't tell me that he got the money from the foundation, not money, the goods from the foundation or from the CDF. Yeah. Right, but in terms of the name Growth and Opportunity Trust, that was not something that the two of them represent. So that's a problem, Andre. That's a problem.
Very much so.
No, sir, Zahra. Zahra.
And that
was based on my reporting, perusal of Nigel Clarke's financials that were filed, the financials for Growth and Opportunity Trust that were filed. And he's no longer director, I should say, of this organization, Growth and Opportunity Trust. He came off as a director. And he came off as a director, I think it was in 2020. But of note, right, is that when he was on a stage, so remember now, he supposedly ceased being a director in February of 2020. But in April of 2020, he referred to the foundation as his foundation, right? And the only person that's left on that organization.
Hold on there. Joanne Jackson said, me a born Jamaica and live in Britain. Me upset a beer. Them people a foundation for Jamaica because their next door neighbors was not allowed to come out of them yard and give them food, and they were unalive, they were deleted. Sheesh. Damn. Wow. But W says she patiently waited, you know. You see how the situation pan out because Andrew Honest must not get away with this, and we need answers very much so.
The director, right, is a lady who, when I Google that name, is a lady who is a senior analyst in the office of the financial minister, which is Nigel.
I don't want to miss this part, you know. I don't want to miss this part. Although Nigel Clarke is no longer the director of the company, of the non-profit organization, the charity. You know who is the standing director? Somebody that works in Nigel Clarke's office. They work together very closely. Ladies and gentlemen, only not see the bangarang. Them have to go investigate Nigel Clarke if they're not investigating already, you know. Cause something not right, you know, my wisdom warriors.
Something not right, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right.
Something not right.
Tell about them.
Think about that. Right? So he can be like a shadow manager, right? Allegedly. The person that he works with intimately in his office is the director of the non-profit. Then we've got to investigate that person that, you know. A whole heap of people are going to get implicated in this investigation, you know. Rose McIntosh, after I graduate from this school, I'm going into politics. Hey, you know easier man about the school business.
Clarke at the Ministry of Finance.
So you say when you Googled who remains.
Right, this VMAX, so maybe everything else was will to his dog. You know what I'm done with VMAX? VMAX got jokes. Oh my god, VMAX got jokes, guys. Lord have mercy, let me rewind this.
That organization as a director, right, is a lady who, when I Google that name, is a lady who is a senior analyst in the office of the financial minister, which is Nigel Clarke at the Ministry of Finance.
So you say when you Googled who remains on it, is somebody in the Minister of Finance's office.
Not just Ministry of Finance, but the Minister of Finance's office, working as a senior analyst. So they work together.
A senior analyst in the minister, in the minister's office. Not just the Ministry of Finance, no. In his specific office she work. A senior analyst, they work together. What can go so? Ernest Robinson, what can go so?
From my research.
No.
I want you to know, this is all alleged. All of this is allegedly. Alright, I'm gonna just let y'all know from now. Alright?
Zahra, you're saying a senior analyst in the Ministry of Finance, working closely with Nigel Clarke.
My wife laughed when she saw me use.
Come on, ads.
Is the only one remaining on that trust.
Exactly, Evelyn. Not my word. Not my word, Betty Boo. Not my word.
No, sir. Hey, people of Jamaica.
This a full bangarang. Me not tell no lie. This a full bangarang. Andre uncover another piece of bangarang. No, sir. This serious. This serious, bad brother.
What can go so?
What can go so?
He's getting this.
What can go so? Eh?
Go ahead,
and we all applaud him. And you ask yourself the question, all right, not taking away his skill set, you know, not taking away his academic record, but how is he allowed to get away with this? And this is a tax-exempt charity? A tax-exempt charity?
Wow.
So
right? And what is interesting, let me say one more thing about this, right? I wish you could see the graphic on the screen that I'm looking at from my screen.
All right, you know you have to come back though. We can't done this here so tonight, you know. And making you know you have to come back either tomorrow night or the night after, you know. This is too deep.
It is very deep, because what I want to mention to you is that, remember, in 2018, it was the year that Nigel Clarke was actually elected to be the MP of Northwest St. Andrew for the first time, but then he also ran in 020, and then, you know, he was re-elected. So I want to point out to you, right, that if you look at in 018, $27.8 million, right, was raised in that year. And then if you look at 019, though whatever was raised went down to 8.2 million, right? And then in 020, the revenue spiked again to 35.3 million. And then after the election, it goes down to only 1.6 million, right? So you ask yourself the question, is this growth and opportunity trust being used for election purposes when you have these spikes in election year and then going down after the election substantially? You know, what is...
That is a very good question. Listen, that question is, in my opinion, is a rhetorical question too. Because the disparity between the increase in revenue is too big. How do you go from 35 million in an election year in terms of revenue reached with the non-profit, right, to a year when there's no election, just over 1 million? Come on, man. Come on, man.
A corrupt government
cannot
liberate the people.
Come on, man.
Yes, if the head of the stream is corrupt, the entire river will be also.
Come on, man.
Yeah, what is the significance?
When he's entering the race, 27.8 million.
Right. Remember, I told you it was 90-something million over the period, right?
Yeah.
And then
it spikes in election years.
So in 2018, when there is a by-election, it's almost 30 million. And then in 2020 when we have the COVID election, it spiked again to 35.3.
Yeah.
And then it go down to 1.6 in 2020.
Wow.
2021.
Right. And then it's 3 million in 2022. And then it spiked a little bit again to 15.3 million in 2023. Right? And if you look at the spending as well, this is another thing that's a little bit suspect. If you look at the spending again in 2018, it spiked to 15.5 million in 2018.
Hey, my Jamaican sister living in the States. What's going on, Steph? What's going on? How you doing, love? How you doing? Good to see you in the building. Salute to you.
2019, when there was no election, expenses go down to 10.3 million. Then in election year 2020, it goes right up again to 30.5 million. Right? So from 19.
Oh, so not only does the money that is being allocated or donated to the non-profit organization going up in the election year, the money that is also spent in that organization is going up. Nah, come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? 1 + 1 = 2. She's absolutely, the question she asked about whether or not these monies are being used for election campaign, to me, in my opinion, the question answers itself. I'm like, what are we even talking about? There's a clear pattern.
You have 10.3 million. In election year 2020, it goes up to 30.5 million, so 3 times.
Wow.
So triple. And then in 2021, the spending goes down to 5.8 million.
Damn.
No, Zahra. And him cannot account to tell you how this money is spent, and the councillors can't recall and growth and opportunity trust being spent in the constituency.
And he says, with respect to providing you with further information, the organization is under no obligation to you to go further than the applicable laws require. In other words, you don't have to answer how the money is earned and how the money is spent for this organization, even though we as the members of the public and we don't charge this organization tax, but we can't figure out how the money go with this organization. It is crazy what is going on.
Crazy.
Right? It is crazy that this is allowed to happen, especially when you look at the spikes in election periods for the 2018 and the 2020 years.
Damn.
My God.
What can go so?
So,
and I would encourage people to sign up for my newsletter, because I'm telling you, you'll find out more of this information if you do, right? So I'm encouraging people to sign up. And again, it's www.18degreesnorth.tv.
Hey, Joanne, hold it in here, man. Hold it in. Steph, may I tell you? Pure corruption. Can't put your trust in a man, only put your trust in a God. No joke. God a God, man. Hey. My goodness. So was the POJ funding him those monies? Just asking. Rosalie. A good question I ask.
Please sign up.
So I want to ask you though, Zahra, wouldn't the Financial Investigative Division have the remit to investigate Nigel Clarke with these trust money? This trust, growth and opportunity trust. Wouldn't the FID in its remit have the power to investigate Nigel Clarke's trust?
Well, I would think so. But I don't know for sure.
Well, the FID are going to investigate Nigel Clarke. Is Nigel Clarke associated with the FID? I'm just asking. Yeah, I'm just asking.
Because it's almost like when I see the Integrity Commission say that they did not go ahead and investigate Positive Jamaica Foundation, but yet there's this major transaction that occurs where supposedly Positive Jamaica Foundation is used, money from that is used, and the DI is making a case, even though Honus disputes it, but the DI is making a case that the benefit went to Mr. Honus himself. How can you not see that as a need, an absolute need for an investigation to occur of Positive Jamaica Foundation? How?
How, Sway? How? Make it make sense.
And Growth and Opportunity Trust could be running the same situation. We don't know.
Exactly.
All we want to know is that our politicians are clean. So if Dr. Clarke is clean, all right, let's check the box. He's clean, right? But you can't tell me you have a foundation, 90-something million raised over 6 years, 84 million spent over the same period of time, much of this through the election period. And we're just going to say, yay, congratulations, and not to look at that. But I will tell you this, that the tax-exempt organizations, right, they have the DCFS, yes, but I'm not sure to what extent the DCFS is actually taking investigations seriously of some of these organizations, right? I've seen where the DCFS in a previous report has said that they're investigating, let us say, this organization, that organization, but in terms of whether they're actually looking at Dr. Clarke's Foundation Growth and Opportunity Trust, I'm not sure that they're actually looking at that. And I think that is something that should be looked at, even if the DCFS, let us say, doesn't get involved in it or whatever. But the Electoral Commission of Jamaica, to me, needs to be looking at that. The Integrity Commission needs to be looking at that. Just like what you said, the FIB, to me, needs to be looking at that as well.
Where do we go from here?
Yeah, tell me.
Do you want us to look? Because if we open the can of worms tonight about the nil filing, that is going to be a very complex one. You want us to look at that part tomorrow
night, Monday night, I think.
Zahra, I want to remind you of something. You remember this quote from the Prime Minister in 2020? Producer, can you put it up, please? He spoke about tax evasion. I really want us to remember when he spoke. There is a quote. Let me see if I can find it. Jamaica. Not that producer. National Concentration of Domestic Resources for Development Program. You heard that, Jamaica? Tax avoidance and evasion, transfer pricing, transnational crime, and public corruption divert significant revenues of developing countries. They also inhibit the mobilization of domestic resources for development programs. What's your take on that, reading the report, Zahra?
I mean, I'm not really sure what to make of that. You know, I mean, it's a very obvious quote. I mean, the fact that he could potentially have a tax liability, which we don't know. That's the part that we don't know. We don't know if he had a tax liability, because at the end of the day, it's not fully clear to me. It's not, you know, it's not fully clear to me that he would have had a tax liability. I think that is something that maybe the TJ would have to rule on, right? But let's say he didn't in fact have a tax liability, then that would be what you would call hypocritical. You know what I mean? But you know, we all know that the government is run on taxes, and so our politicians, who are the ones making the tax laws, should be the ones to be the most compliant when it comes to paying what is owed for their taxes, right?
Right.
Some of us have problems paying. Some of us have issues, right? I know, for instance, you know, Mark Golding, I'm thinking about Mark Golding from a standpoint with the offshore companies as well. If you remember, he has several different offshore companies, and we talked about one where it's in the BVI. That's something I reported on maybe about last year, I believe it was, Tajibi. And I'm not saying that it is evading, but certainly by having that entity in the BVI, which by the very nature of the BVI is a tax, what you would call it, haven, you ask yourself the question, how do we feel about Mark Golding as a leader, as an opposition leader, as a potential prime minister? A lot of people came out and talked about him as a, what you would say, you know, citizen of the United Kingdom, and they said that they don't want that for their prime minister, and so he hurried up and eventually, you know, got rid of his, well, I don't even see proof yet, but they said he is no longer a British citizen. So he's trying to prepare himself for that. But you ask yourself the question, what about the offshore companies? How comfortable are we with our politicians having offshore companies? At the end of the day, Mr. Hones, say what we want to say about him, right? And we're just...
I see this part, you know, I'm gonna have to go watch that on herself, because she's going into something about politicians having offshore companies in other countries. But yeah, go and check that out and say, me not go over all like, you understand? I went over a substantial amount of this live. You understand? So I am taking calls, ladies and gentlemen. Great work by Zahra Burton, sorry. You guys know the number is 876-451-6535. You can WhatsApp call me. And if you want me to put a link to StreamYard, I can give you a link to StreamYard where you can join StreamYard. Multiple people can join StreamYard. That's up to you guys though. So if you want to call in, put that one in the chat. And if you want to join the StreamYard link, put that 2 in the chat. Alright? Call in. 1. StreamYard. 2. Bolo. You tell me Nigel gonna get away? No way. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, you know. But it seems as if they have a lot of, how would I put it, associates in the right places. That's what I see. They say Andrew neck shot to Lord of mercy. Hey, listen me now. I don't want to not trouble the short neck thing, you know, because my neck short, you know. And you understand that, I mean, I'm not crook, so I mean, I support no crook neither, so you know what I mean? I say, load the short neck thing. See? Yeah, man, no bother with that. No bother with that. Only no bother with that. But this was a very, very she raised some very important things. I think the Integrity Commission and all investigative bodies should absolutely take on every single recommendation that this lovely lady has put forth. Shout out to Parnaja TV platform. The link is in the description for those who are not familiar with the platform. Massive, man. That dude got 15,000 people sometimes on his live stream. 10,000. Crazy. You heard? On a regular basis. So, and he does great work. He's very tapped into the pulse of politics in Jamaica. Also, he was connected to the current Prime Minister. He used to be at the house. He used to, according to the story, he used to taste him food before the Prime Minister tasted. He was that close to the Prime Minister and his wife. So him know a lot of things, and him know who is who's around the political space. So great platform, and I was hearing about this, and I said I had to give a reaction to it. But I wanted to make sure it's by itself. But if nobody wants to call in, that is fine, because I will end the live. I did 2 hours. I'm going to come back later on this evening. In the meantime, if you missed my uploads or my live from yesterday, y'all can go check them out. I got a lot of content for y'all. You heard, if you're a new subscriber, you need to go back and tap into some of the content that I got from before. Just check the titles, and the titles will guide you. Check the thumbnails, and the thumbnails will guide you. All right? That's my time. I see nobody wants to call in, and nobody wants to hit the link, the StreamYard link. I want to shout out to some of my day ones that pulled up. Hey, shout out to all the new ones. But you know, the people that have been riding with you for a very, very long time and seeing you go through the growing pains, and to see where it's at right now. And shout out to the people that donate. Ballhead Wayne has been so consistent. I mean, shoot, one of the day ones, you know what I mean? Hey, Rose, you already know, big up. Big up to Andre, man. Big up to Miss Zahra Burton, man. Yeah, I definitely need to go and subscribe to her newsletters. I really need to do that. Kemar Johnson, big up. Blessings, VMAC. Oh, man, Low Dog was in the building. C-Ham was in the building. CP3 was in the building. Strawberry 10 was in the building. My Jamaican sister Steph was in the building. I don't know if she's still here. But yeah, man, shout out to all my day ones, man. Shout out to Pat W. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody in the bushes that don't type but listen very attentively. Sometimes y'all drop a comment. Shout out to each and every one of y'all, man. I appreciate all engagements. Even when you say some crazy stuff, I'm like, yeah. Thank God I learned how to manage this type of foolishness. Thank God. But I appreciate it. Watching from Cherry Garden. Big up. The whole Cherry Garden. Big up. Patrick. W Stock. Big up. VMAC. Big up. I don't know. Thank you, VMAC. Here, me see you. Me see you do your thing, you know? Big up, man. Respect, man. Yeah, man. That's my time, ladies and gentlemen. See you guys later, all right? Maybe 7, 8 o'clock. I ain't gonna lie. I need to get me a little nap. So around 7, 8 o'clock, I'll be live again. Late night Bolo in the building. You heard? All right, man. I'm up out of here. Peace and blessings. Leave Mark alone. Hey, Evelyn, listen. Before I go, I'm sure Marky G, as a man, will decide say I'm gonna stand up for high standards and morals. He doesn't have no problem with Zahra Burton probing into his finances. He doesn't have no problem with that. I don't have any problem with it either. Whether it's the UIC, the JLP, or the PMP, all the members in the political space, they need to be examined thoroughly. That is all we have, checks and balances. You understand? No, I don't believe that she has any ill intent. That's just me still. I don't believe she has any ill intent. The question she's asking, though, is not saying that Mr. Golden is involved in any illicit enrichment, you know. Right? Because guess what? Let me explain something to you. Andrew Holness having a company that he can put his assets in is actually wise, you know. Is actually wise, right? For that purpose, to put your assets in, and legal assets. Because say for instance, you're a wealthy person. Wealthy people secure their assets in that way, you know. So if you were to sue them or their company, the asset in itself you cannot touch because it is locked into somewhere else where you can't touch it. I cannot explain it because I'm not a financial guru. Alright, here we go. I'm going to call Biz. And ask Biz to explain it. May I see if Biz available. Because Biz are the money man, you know. Biz are the finance man, you know. See? I'm going to call Biz and see if he can answer the phone. Y'all are in for a treat, man. I'm gonna stop this right here. Well, not stop this. I was recording while I was live. I'm gonna stop this. Hopefully, Biz answer the phone. You're busy, man. You got kids. If you don't, you don't. But yeah. Yeah. Damn, Biz look like he took a afternoon nap or something. Damn. Maybe he's in noise too. I'm gonna try him again because I really want him to come and explain this. maybe I should do a whole show. Maybe I should do a whole show for that. Hey, Joanne, thank you for being on the platform. Thank you for engaging in the chat. You understand what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. All right. I'm up out of here. God bless y'all, man. I might have to make some arrangement with Biz because I think financial literacy again is super important. I might have to do a show with him so you guys can really understand. The problem is not that they have, in my opinion, the problem is not that they have these offshore companies offshore. That's not the problem. We just want to make sure that there's no funny business going on. That's what we want to make sure, right? So her bringing it up, I understand her reservations. It's a healthy reservation. How do a person donate? There's a link right here. At the top of the comment section is a PayPal link. That's how you can donate right now. And you're one of the first new subs that asked me that. Big salute to you for even asking. Wow. Usually I have to tell people like, if you want to donate, I say it from time to time, but I'm not saying it a lot if I'm being honest. I'm not saying it a lot. But it's pinned. I'm gonna drop it in there again, Joanne, for you. 1 second. I'm gonna do it with my phone. This is the donation link. I just dropped it a while ago, Joanne. That's it right there. All right. That's the donation link. That's how you donate to the platform. I always have it pinned in the comment section. Because I am monetized, but in Jamaica you don't get. Meaning I use PayPal. It's a PayPal link. Yeah. It is a PayPal link. That anonymous link is a PayPal link. Right. That's how you donate. All right. And if you look at Nightbot in the chat, see that's Nightbot right there. Nightbot is always dropping important links, and Nightbot drops the PayPal links to PayPal direct link as well. And he drops my other channels, and he gives you guys instructions that I would love for you to follow, like hitting the like button, sharing the live. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. Yeah, join my WhatsApp group. It gives you all of that. And the good thing about when I'm using OBS, that's what I'm using right now. The good thing about when I'm using OBS, when I get new subscribers, a notification pops up, like this is one of them.
We about to move the furniture around here if you touch my leg. It's love. Matter of fact, don't move that hand no more. Now try me. Don't Mike, you mean to tell me Diddy was touching on your leg while you were sitting right here on this couch? I was trying to, but I seen it before. Diddy, get the hell out of the studio.
Nudge's World, subscribe to the channel.
And for the donation part, what? All I see is subscribers. So many of them that I can't even. What is going on? Damn. Wow. 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 Okay. This is how it would play out if you donate. Yeah, let's go. Turn up on the donations. Thank you for the love, gentle people. Let's get it. Turn me up. Turn it up.
Bald Head Wayne tip $20. A little something, my brother.
Yeah, so that was the last donation that I got. I just replayed it to let you see just how that works. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Shout out to Bald Head Wayne, by the way. Shout out to all the new subs, man. Y'all going crazy, man. I just hit 4,000 subs last night, and we're at 4,200 right now, if I'm not mistaken. And it might be more. Almost 4,300. There you go. Thank you. Oh, by the way, you asked how to donate. Let me show you. This is for everybody, right? Because all these links that you saw is on my my YouTube it's on my page. All right. Let me show you what I mean.
Lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
Joan Jackson tipped $5. Hi Bolo, I just donates to your platform. Blessings bro. Blue heart, Jamaica flag, England crown, United Kingdom.
Yeah. Salute. That's what I'm talking about. Big salute for the donation, man. Yes. I really appreciate that. You have no idea. So listen, here we go. Once you click on the channel, even on the phone, and you I open up my channel, you see right here, it says this channel, and you see the links, and you click more links. Here's all the links, ladies and gentlemen. The anonymous link is right there at the top. Boom. You click the anonymous link, it carries you to the page, and this is where you donate. You pick what you want to, you know what I'm saying? Right? And do your thing, right? The PayPal direct link is the same. If you want to join my WhatsApp community and the WhatsApp group, you can join both of them or one of them. What's the difference? WhatsApp community, you will only get the notifications of the messages that I send in that community. There's no back and forth. There's no communication. In the WhatsApp group, everybody can talk. Some people don't like that one. So there's two options, right? And then you can sub up to my page. Sub up to Bolo VNR Clips. When you go to Bolo VNR Clips, same thing. All the links are there. You can sub up to Bolo VNR. That's my other page. This was my main page.
Yeah, let's go. Turn up on the donations. Thank you. Thank you for the love, gentle people. Let's get it. Turn me up.
Steph tipped $5. Congratulations on the new subs.
Hey, shout out to my girl Steph, man. Shout out to my girl Steph with the donation. Turn me up. Let's go. Yes, sir. And if you, hey, shout out to my girl Steph, man. Hey, day one, you heard Jamaican. Always support me. Always support me, man. Big salute. You can follow me on Twitter. Twitter link is right there. As you can see, it works. That's me. Go sub up, as you can see. This is the live we're doing. You see, I got it up there. Yep. So y'all go follow me on Twitter. If you're a Twitter person, follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, ladies and gentlemen. Right. You see? Yeah, that's the Instagram. All right. Yeah, I don't be posting a lot, but yeah, that's the Instagram. What else? Twitter, Instagram, the Zelle. Oh, so if you want to donate with Zelle, what you do is that's the email right there. You got to message me on my Instagram or my WhatsApp or my email. My email is right here. See, right on the channel details. It's right there in the same links. Email me the receipt if you send something on Zelle. All right, period. So that's it. That's all the links. That's everything, and that's the explanations. All right, and thank you guys for the donations, man. Really appreciate that, man. Y'all have no idea, man. I really appreciate that, man. Salute to y'all. Blessings. So shout out to my girl Steph, and shout out to the other sister. Is Evelyn that sent that? Well, let me look at my phone. I don't want to mess up. Joanne Jackson, thank you for the donation. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And my girl Steph. And shout out to Wayne from earlier. All right. Salute to all three of y'all. Salute to everybody that's watching still. Yeah, thank you. See you guys later on tonight. We going live again. All right. I might have Biz 101 on here to come and talk to the people about the finances part in regards to offshore businesses, and the ad mats and all of that. Yeah, I'm gonna have him. I'm gonna go call him and try and reach out to him and see if we can set something up for later on. Because I really need our people to understand what the hell going on with this IC report. So, yeah. All right, man. Y'all have a good one. Y'all be safe. Y'all be smooth. See y'all then. All right? Let's get up out of here, man. Let's ride out of here the right way, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's ride out of here the right way. Yo.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the.
Is everybody in the world blind?
Hey!
Please, Lord, give me a sign.
Give me a sign.
A sign.
Let's go!
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign. A sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest.
All
I make
lies
this every
will
day and
be
I'm impatient,
exposed.
hoping
That's
one day I
all.
blow up from the face.
And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Waiting for my day when I'm playing
right,
sold
my
out
wisdom
shows for 1,000
Something
faces.
is not
Hey,
right.
give me that crown.
Tell about them.
Begging to be put down. It ain't your place, I'll ditch my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits, some loose shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip, you choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, so do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? One love, respect.
Please, Lord, give me a sign.
Peace out. Have a good night, have a good day, have a good evening wherever you are in the world. Have a good morning, alright?
I feel like I'm losing my